episode. Sorry about that, guys. I had to take a little sip of my Bang. I'm not sponsored by them, but anyways, let's get back to moving. If you guys can, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. That's going to help me out a lot, tremendously, guys. So, I'm going to be talking about my 2022 goals for the real estate world and kind of like my portfolio currently. So, it's really, this all happened out of nowhere. I started really focusing on researching about real estate and stuff like that. I started following some influencers that gave me some input.
They've missed a lot of critical things. A lot of them just be like, I'm so rich, I bought this instead of this, and made a lot.
I get it. I want to go a little bit more in depth. So what I'm going to give you guys is my exact move, like my exact strategic move to hopefully have 100 doors by the time that I'm 40. So I'm 30 years old right now. I've got 100 doors by the time I'm 40. Right now I have 2. So here's how I'm going to multiply. Okay, 2 years ago in 2019, my wife and I purchased this condo right here. That condo. We purchased this condo for $131,000. Fast forward to this time, we rent it out right now for $1,250. We literally only make $50 on that property, which is not a lot. But the tenant literally takes care of it, and he's only inside of the property within about 1 or 2 weeks out of the month. He travels back and forth. He's a lawyer. He's a very, very good guy. So we purchased for $130,000. Right now, I believe we owe on our mortgage about $90,000. We've been paying extra a lot to try to pay it down, which is a rookie move on my end. So right now we owe about $90,000 on that condo. And after we moved to Cape Coral. We rented a home. Our rent right now is about $1,900, $1,895, $1,900 right now for the home that we live in. We got smart and bought a property. So this is the property we just bought last year in April. We bought this property here for $330,000, and it has been a massive blessing. So we put about $50,000 into it, and right now it's making around $10,000 in the month of December. That's what it's going to be bringing in. The high end around February, I think we're going to creep up to about $11,000 to $12,000 on February. So it's been huge. Now, guys, that's in season. Off season, we make about $5,000 or $6,000 a month on Airbnb and VRBO. So it is a vacation rental that we rent out to people. So that's been huge, guys. Our mortgage on this property right now is about $1,630, I believe. $1,635, and so we are pocketing every single month a couple $1,000 in season. Again, we make $10,000, so we're bringing in around $8,000 roughly after our expenses, which is huge. Christina and I started to put our plan together this year, and we kind of started looking at some numbers. Now we are kind of losing money, even though we're making $50 a month on our Fort Lauderdale condo. We realized that we're actually losing money because of the cost of inflation, or the rise of inflation, and also because if something goes wrong, which it has, like we replaced the fan, which was about $150 with installing it and having someone out there. So that takes up 3 months worth of profit. So we were thinking, he is paying our mortgage down, but instead of doing that, we want to make a bigger cash flow. So what we're going to be doing in 2022 is, as we speak right now, we are going to be listing that condo in Fort Lauderdale. So we are going to be listing it for $200,000. If it sells for $200,000, we have about $110,000 worth of equity, of cash in our pocket. And so good old America right now, Uncle Sam allows you to roll that money into another property using a 1031 exchange, meaning let's say I profit $100,000 from this sale in capital gains, right? Because I'm down to $90,000. Anyways, I make $100,000 on this sale. Instead of paying taxes on this capital gains, I will then grab that and push it into our new property. So the property that we're looking at getting is this property right here. So as you guys can see, this property right here is an island. It's really, 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 really cool. As you can see, it's got water surrounding it. It's got 2 properties on site. It's the only house on the island, which is really, really awesome. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be putting that $100,000 into it. We're going to make an offer around $650 instead of $750. It's been sitting on the market a long time, and it needs a lot of love with it. So let's say we put an offer of $650,000 for this property right here. What we're trying to do is, at that point, you have $550,000 of a mortgage. We won't put anything down because we have a big down payment already. Is $100,000. without it getting taxed, which is cool. So you have a mortgage of about $550,000. And so what we want to do is put about $100,000 into it. And by what I mean by that is we want to go ahead and rehab this house right here and this house right here. So once we actually redo those and demo the project, what we want to be doing is on the two sides of the property, so here and here, we want to go ahead and build a tree house kind of like this. So this is the tree house we kind of want to put on there, and we want to have 4 different Airbnbs on property. We want to have the main house as an Airbnb, we want to have the smaller house as an Airbnb, or having our site property manager live in this small little house here, so that way we can rent out the big house and also the 2 tree houses. Each of the tree houses will have hot tubs on the bottom, so it's going to be a prime destination for people traveling and using it for a vacation. It looks cool, and pictures will be great in this area, so we have a big plan, in mind. So when this happens, if this happens the way we want it to, this should profit at anywhere between $15,000 to about $22,000, depending on the in-season and out-of-season, because there's 4 properties on this plot or this lot of land. So that's my exact move this year. We're trading $50 a month for $16,000 a month. So it's a no-brainer right now. Market is hot, so we're going to be selling our condo and putting that into different cash flowing properties. Also, some that are closer to us. It's about a 3-hour drive to Fort Lauderdale, 2 hours if you drive fast. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you guys have any questions as to how I'm going to be doing it, what the 1031 exchange is, or anything like that, leave me a comment down below. Message me on Instagram. I'd love to help you out. Let me look at your portfolio. Again, guys, I don't claim to be a super expert. I'm just kind of showing you my journey. It's been successful so far. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message or an email, Instagram, DM, whatever. All right, guys. Until the next time. Peace.